of Nigeria.
Hmm.
Today, I am not here as a perfect man, but as a man carrying the burden and solution for millions of Nigerian youths.
Okay.
I understand Nigeria from the pain and also from the potential. I have tested struggle and disappointment, but I have also found purpose, and that purpose is drop that gun. This is a vision I designed since 2021 and trying to make it better. I have tried every way to work out this project, and today is a perfect solution to the youth. So I want to take it to the man that I believe the concern of Nigeria is most important as the president of this country.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thank
you.
What do you do for a living? Tell us about your education. We just want to get to know you a little bit so we can proceed.
Yes, I am a social entrepreneur.
Okay.
I'm a social entrepreneur trying to find solutions to the problems around us. I am turning challenges into business. And then I am moderately educated. I am not a PhD holder, and I am not a billionaire. I am a thinker who is consciously thinking about the solutions of this country. And I'm very, very sincere about it. I have taken my time to think up and down, and I have a solution that I think Nigeria needs today.
That is awesome. You are, the fact that you have a degree is already, you are educated. Let us not say that people that I don't have anything more than a degree myself. I have a BSc in sociology, and that's all. I don't have any other formal education qualification, and I don't see that as a hindrance to anything. So I want to ask you, do you consider education, that is tertiary education and beyond, do you consider it a priority? Before we go into our question and answer segment.
No, I don't. It's very important for those who have what it takes, both mentally and otherwise, to pursue it. But it's not something compulsory that everybody should have. It's not listen. We all have platforms now. The world is better. There is internet. People can educate themselves better, read more, get more information, and develop themselves better without necessarily going to special institution. It's not really a priority, but it is something good. Education is good, and when people have time for it and have the resources to get the best out of education, it is always encouraging. But it is not what everybody should pursue as it is now.
So, what makes you think that the president would listen to you? Because there are so many people talking into the president's ear. What makes you feel that this dream you have, this idea you have, is more special than everything else the president has access to?
Yes, because it's a solution. We are all Nigerians. We know today that there is insecurity. We know today unemployment. There is division. These are chronic problems facing Nigeria. And this project, the Drop Dagon project, is the solution. If you can look at my cloth, you'll find it. Unity is a real oil. It's a strong message that needs to be implanted in every heart of a Nigerian. If you are a Nigerian, you have to believe in this message. And if many Nigerians believe in this message, you start seeing change immediately. We start working with one another with that sentiment, without sentiment of religion, without sentiment of tribe, without sentiment of politics. We work with each other for results, purposes. And that would be a better place. So today, I believe that Mr. President, who is looking for solution for youth unemployment, which is the oxygen of crime in this country. There is nothing you can do to stop crime in this country if you have not solved the problem of unemployment. We are youths who have potentials come out, without having anything to do. A hungry youth that have energy will be hungry today, tomorrow, with no hope. Why won't he go for crime? So I have a solution to engage these youths in millions. In millions. It is not magic. It is not praying by miracle. It is by action.
All right. What personal experience led you into taking the GUN project? Sadly, we cannot spell out the word GUN because of social media and the many things that bothers us, but you can say GUN. So, what personal experience made you start the GUN project?
Seeing young people end up in crime. Not because they are criminals by nature, but because society gave them no better choice. I decided to create a better option. If you look around, you see hopelessness. Over the years, I've been experimenting. I bring young people around me. I try to mentor them. But you find out that it is hard for you and for them to work, in a legitimate way. In Nigeria, it's not easy to not soil your hand. There is pressure on the youths. So this pressure makes majority of them go into crime. I was at the FCC cell for more than 2 months.
What happened? I was coming to that question. What happened?
Yeah.
What made them lock you up in the EFCC cell?
Yeah, it was a failed business. Another public social enterprise, which I called Students Against Hunger. Students Against Hunger was designed to be an entertainment show where we dramatize hunger, or a perfect solution that also have capacity to eradicate hunger in this country. So I created the idea, but I didn't have financial capacity to push it. So I created a concept where only publicity can solve this problem. Along the line, we had issues. I don't want to go into details. It's still a matter in the court. I don't want to say anything that make me look like I'm trying to bring myself to the public. So it's just about a failed business where a colleague now writes to the EFCC to make some complaint. So they are finding out if we did a legitimate business or not. But the project we run online is called Students Against Hunger Contest, which we run in conjunction with National Association of Nigerian Students. And we did the best we can to make sure this project succeeded. But somehow, it became a bad business. So the only person that invested money in this project is the one that wrote petition to EFCC.
How much did he invest?
He invested 34 million.
Okay.
34 million.
And the business did not bring the money forth, or what? Oh, I know you don't want to talk about it, but
there was a delay in the project. So as it is today, the project is still in waiting. It's a delay process. But this person lost patience, and write EFCC, which now made the matter worse. So, but it's a project we start at any point. I am balanced. We go back to the project and finish it up.
All right. So, going forward with our line of questioning, you requested 2 billion. Are you seeking attention, or do you truly believe you can turn that into 450 billion naira?
Well, from a layman's point of view, it looked like attention seeking. But here we mean business. Yes, I am seeking attention. But the attention I'm seeking is for the president.
Okay.
Because I have support for him. So, but the 450 billion we mentioned is a deal. You can calculate it. It's not a way, it shall be well with you kind of talk. It is something we are working on, a plan, a roadmap. So, and it is simple. It is simple. Like, we are starting with the drop Dagon fashion. What I'm wearing here, you can see it. You can feel it. If this cloth is outside, wouldn't people buy it? That is what we are selling. We have come to design peace as a cloth. We are selling peace now as a cloth. So look at what we have designed for Nigerian market. And we have other ones. Now, I want to show you this. That the first, look at this. When you look at this now, what do you see from this design?
It's very colorful and seems quite nice.
Good. Apart from the being colorful, is there anything this cloth is teaching you? This design, is there anything is telling you?
Please tell me.
Under it is let trade unite what guns divide. Now, with this color, look at the color. I want you to look at the color very well. Say something about this color. Or ask the audience if they know anything about this color.
Guys, what do you guys think about this color? What do you know about this color? Let's have a conversation around this color. Explain the color. Okay, wait, let people come.
I wish people can discuss it.
Somebody said it's a flag. Somebody said there. Kamaruddin said nice color.
Yeah.
Someone said Ukraine and Russia.
Good. So now, this is exactly what we are doing. We are peace builders. We are selling peace.
Okay.
We are taking it every border. Now, one of the biggest challenges that the world have today is the Ukraine-Russian war, which has the capacity to blossom into world war. You know, so there is effort to stop this war. Nothing is happening. Every day, bombs and missiles. But if today we introduce this in that region, there are millions of Ukrainians that do not want war. There are millions of Russians that do not want war. There are those that see Ukrainians as brothers. There are those that see Russians as brothers. These are peaceful people that somehow, politicians have taken them to war. They are not killing themselves.
They are not buying themselves, okay?
Yes. All right. If you introduce this in that region, you will see how this fashion will sell there. So this is a combination of Ukraine and Russian national color. That is what we did here. So we are not siding anybody. We are not siding Ukraine. We are not siding Russia. But we are working for peace. We have designs that we want to introduce to both the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, and as well as the president of Ukraine. If the president empower us will take this glory to the world. Nigeria will now be an exporter of peace. We have designs for every region, both India and Pakistan, Israel and Palestine, China and Taiwan. Everywhere there's problem in this world, we have a message. And there is nowhere there's no problem. So every country and every region have their own peculiar problem. Like Nigeria today, we're not talking about bombs and all the rest, but we also have problem. That is why we design unity is the real oil, because that is the biggest challenge we have. We call ourselves Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. We divide ourselves like that. So we are going to use this uniform, this brand, to create peace, beginning from Nigeria and taking it across the world. So it is not, we're not just here to make noise. We're here for business. Now let us do calculation about the figure. We're talking about 450 billion in 2 years. Let's see how we arrive at that. We are going to start a challenge, a fashion challenge, where we want to challenge everybody that loves peace to wear a certain cloth for a campaign. We measure that if we have this money, we'll be able to activate this challenge to have a minimum of 1 million people across the world to wear it in the first 12 months. And if we achieve that, we'll be raising about 30 million. That is, we have average of $30 per merchandise that we sell. So if we get 1 million people to have this thing, we have raised $30 million. And if you do the calculation, you'll be getting about 450 something billion naira. Now, if we have 40 something billion naira in the first year, we now muscle up and get dropped down one by celebrities, the Beckhams, the Ronaldos. All these guys are peace-loving guys who want peace all across the world. We present this close to them and they wear it. We also have superstars in Nigeria who will take it global. We have the Davidos, we have the Burna Boy, we have the Whiskey and all the rest. We work with them to wear this cloth. So in the second year, we across the world signing for peace through the Dagon project. And when you do the mathematics, 10 million times $30, you will see 400 something billion. But then our brand goes beyond fashion. We are coming with both sports, entertainment, education, tech, all inclusive. We use fashion to sell sports. We use sports to sell fashion. We use entertainment to sell fashion. Use fashion to sell entertainment. So there is what we measure now is just the fashion element of it, but we have more. We don't want to exaggerate too much. The smart analysis, if you go by it, which every business is a standard to measure businesses. The smart, if you look at it, is specific. We are targeting 1 million people in the first year, targeting 10 million people in the second year. That is specific. It's measurable. You can check the number of people. We have given it a time between now and that. You can calculate the time, you can calculate the figure, you can calculate the item that can be sold. It's achievable. It's achievable. If you look at the number we're talking about, 10 million people in a world where population is over 8 billion. Getting 10 million people to support peace, which is the most important thing facing humanity, is not rocket science. You know? So then, is it relevant? Yes. Peace should be one of the things people value more than any other. Though there is no bomb falling here, we may not understand. This guy that fought Anthony Joshua, that dethroned Anthony Joshua, he invited Donald Trump. He said, "Come and stay in my house. After 1 week, you now know why you should stop this war, because it's not fun. It's not fun. So to get 10 million people to sign for war or for peace around the world, very good emotional content. Emotional content. If you go to Ukraine and Russia and get mothers that lost their son and get content from them, you use it to say 10 million of this, because a lot is happening there. So it is not exaggeration. It is not noise making. We are presenting a solution to our president.
Now, why do you involve your EFCC chairman in this matter?
Thank you. It's a very important question. There are three reasons why I mentioned EFCC and the EFCC chairman. The first is trust. In Nigerian business environment, trust is lacking. So, like I say, I want to do this. People are not looking at the figures. They will be talking about which kind of level we carry come. Maybe work on gap loss. So, trust is missing in Nigerian business environment. And to build that trust, you have to invite EFCC, who is the chief financial police of this country, to look at that thing you are talking about when you come to business. So that is one. Secondly, because I already have a record under prosecution or coming out from the prison, when somebody hear it, that person have to be apprehensive. You know, that person want to know why. So we make it bold so that you ask that question on time. We explain to you before you can even do business with us. So we don't want to take people out where maybe when somebody come in and I discover that you have to face with EFCC and start worrying. So we want to put that in the front page.
But you said your case with EFCC is not done and dusted yet.
Yes.
So how do you think that is going to play out?
No, it has to play out because Ababio, for instance, Ababio, the Senate president, he has case with EFCC. His life is still moving. He's still doing things. So I have case with EFCC, and my conscience is very clear. And I'm a businessman. I'm committed to it. So I don't want anything to stop me. Even in the EFCC cell, I was doing my job Dagon. I made friends with the EFCC. They know me. I know them. I was lecturing the young kids about drop Dagon in the cell. So nothing can stop me. Nowhere I'll go today, that will stop me. The drop Dagon must move on. So the third reason why I mentioned EFCC chairman, and addressed this letter to him is because I am looking for opportunity to talk to him. I'm looking for opportunity to talk to him because when I was in the cell, I noticed that they pack young boys every day, young Nigerians every day, bring into the cell. And to the commission, they are fighting crime. I don't think they are fighting crime by doing that. Okay. Because all these young boys, they go back to that business. In fact, after leaving EFCC cell, they become stronger. They become more, enlightened about the job they are doing. If you go back now, you will see that there's nobody arrested or persecuted, jailed by the EFCC that left that job. So that is not the solution. I want to point out to the chairman because I have seen him talk. I have seen him, I have read his press release. I see him as someone who is very committed to solving this problem. But you can't solve a problem without solving the cause of that problem. The cause of this problem is hopelessness. There is a lot of pressure on the Nigerian youth. To survive, you must do crime, a kind of. So I will appeal to the EFCC chairman to work with us, to even suspend arresting any young boy, unless there is a petition. Let's start from this moment and start orientation. Let's start orienting young people, telling them that crime is not good for them. You see, they are not happy with the EHC chairman because of the way they are following it. The youths need to be happy for him because he's telling them good message. He's telling them that crime is not good for them. It made them not use their potentials as young people. Every Nigerian young person have great potential. We can do great things. We can create great things. We can produce great things. But when you start by going through fraud, it becomes what you are thinking and what you are only imagining. So there's no more thinking ability in you. You have killed it. So the EFCC chairman is doing a good job, but he needs to work with the youth. The youth need to be clapping for him. So he doesn't need to use too much force. But the channel we are bringing, where we create jobs for these young people, give them options. When they now leave this option and choose crime, you punish them. But without option, without giving them a level, and every day you arrest them, you are not doing a good job for the society, because almost every young boy in Nigeria now is becoming a convict. Almost every young boy now is becoming a convict. And that is not the solution. The solution is in changing the mindset of these young boys. So these are the three reasons why I added the EFCC chairman and the commission in this.
To the letter.
Yes.
Okay. Have you gotten any response from anybody so far?
Not yet. I have not gotten any response. And it is not surprising because I follow the trend of things going on in Nigeria. This kind of topic is hardly discussed on the social media. We like gossips and some funny stuff. Even the youths, when they see this kind of a letter, they don't understand the connection, to their well-being and to their future. So they ignore it.
All right. Sorry, Mr. Modestus.
Yes.
In the current Nigerian political environment, how realistic is it to expect the president to even see or act on your letter? And I want to ask you two questions in one. And if the president ignores your letter, what becomes of the Drop That GUN project?
All right. You see, this is not a petition. I repeat. This is not political, and this is not a protest. So it must get to the president. It should get to the president. And Nigerians now reading, I have written Nigerians what I have. It is a solution, pure solution. Don't we need job? We don't want to draw in foreign exchange. No. We don't want to unite ourselves. These are, important reasons why this letter should get to the president. And I have no doubt that it will get to him. I have a little reason that it will be more hard to get to him. But I have no doubt that if Mr. President sees this letter, that he will not act upon it. Mr. President cannot ignore a letter like this. That the first this morning, as I opened my this thing, I saw a video. This man of Channel Television, Mr. Shion, this very morning, he was sending an important message to our president, our father. That message is a very sincere message because Mr. Sheung, as I know, is apolitical. In fact, you may think he is working for APC. So rising up this morning and sending such a message to the president is the fact. And it is in line with what I'm doing. The only difference is that mine is not a protest, it's not a petition, it's not a complaint. It's a pure solution. We need to tell, the problem is, our politicians, even when they win election, they surround themselves with politicians. They use politicians as their advisors. The politicians only bring political advice to them. What the president needs now is people who have solution around him. We are going to 2027. It's already heating up. The president need not to struggle much to win the election. If you do the right thing, if you empower the youth, if the youth are in the right level they need to be in this country, who will win this election? So what we are presenting to him is an opportunity in the cheapest platform you can get it. You can't get the solution we are bringing with 2 billion naira elsewhere. If we miss this opportunity, we are not the one that created the crisis all over the world, but we want to tap into it. We want to tap into it. So it's a very special message to the president. It's not a kind of message he will refuse. The only thing is to do whatever we can to get this message to the president. He will endorse it, and it will be a legacy for him.
Awesome. Well put. What if he doesn't? What's going to happen?
That's also another question. I still say that he will. But then, we say that nothing is impossible. Yeah. We say that nothing is impossible. We can also bring it there and, politics play. But then, the machine will not stop. It will not stop. It will not stop. You see, that I am here today means that it cannot stop. Because I know where I'm coming from. Everything, I have lost everything. I've been in prison, and I still come out today, sitting down here, talking about it. It's not something to stop. We are going to make sure that this project succeeds. We will be talking. Now we are out here and we're talking about business, isn't it? Nigeria have business people. They are also hearing. And whatever condition we give is also applicable. Even if a businessman today show interest, we still apply for EFCC scrutiny. We want it to be there. We want to be checked. We want to be responsible. We want to deliver. We want to make sure we achieve our purpose.
All right, you address the president as our father. Are you genuinely appealing, or is this an attempt to gain political favor?
Well, I am not a politician, so I won't be looking for political favor. I'm a businessman. So I recognize a president as the father of a nation. Because he gives orders. He makes rules that affect me, affect you, affect every other person. If for any reason the president declared tomorrow public holidays, will you not obey? Obey. So he is our father. He is the father of the nation. I mean it. He's not flatter. It's a reality. So I am his son. And that is why I have the boldness to write to him. And that is why I'm expecting a call from him. A father should be able to call his son. So I have knocked on his door. I'm waiting for his call.
Absolutely awesome. What exactly is Drop the Gun Project? Can you please explain it for those who are just joining us?
Yes. DTG, I'll use let me use DTG so that, DTG project is a business. It's a pure business. Most times people mistake it to be a charity organization because of the way it sounds and the way it works. It is not a charity organization. It is a pure business, a profit-driven business, a social enterprise. But this business is very, very unique. It's a business that finds solution in the problems that are facing us. Business solutions. So we are changing problems into solution, into business. The unemployment we're talking about now, it has become a business to us. So Dagon is a business, for profit business. It's not a charity organization.
Okay, Modestus. Another thing that's very important is, why did you choose fashion, sports, entertainment, and technology as your founding pillars?
We are targeting youth employment, and these fields are great consumer of the youth. They create jobs in millions of youth all over the world. Sports. You see, it's really painful to see that Nigerian young boys will gather somewhere and be watching Premiership, and their own local league, is dead. These young boys are all talented young boys in sports who can play, who can do anything in sports, in do many things, but they don't have any platform.
Is it me? Is it my page, or is it Modestus that is hanging? Okay, yeah, someone was calling you Modestus, so I think that took you
Yes,
off.
I don't know. Yes. Please, whoever is calling me should stop.
All right, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Modestus. I'm listening.
Okay, so sports is a great employer of the youth, and here it is underutilized. So we are going to start little sports competitions that we are going to intertwine into our fashion. We are going to also do that in entertainment. There are a lot of talented young people here, and the entertainment industry is so big. We are going to do a lot of magic when it comes to sports, entertainment, education, sports, and tech. We are going to use these levers to generate employment, millions of it. So we choose this strategic business industry because they are great employers of the youth, and they are also underutilized in this country.
Okay, brother. One of the most important questions is 2 million jobs in 2 years. That's 24 months. What's your roadmap?
Yes, like I just said, we are going to activate sports in this country. People are not playing. People are not, enjoying in this part of the world now. So we are going to activate sports. We are going to activate entertainment. We are going to open everywhere. We are going to ask the youth, what can you do? If you tell us what you do, we'll find a way to create job for you. There must be something you can do. The problem we have, I think, in this part of the world is knowing how to use people to produce something. So today, I have understood that. I take time to study Nigeria and the Nigerian youth. And I have seen their potentials. I'm going to put their potentials in action. So the sports, entertainment, the fashion, education, is going to create millions of jobs. We are going to start with our first year. Minimum of 5,000 will be employed in the first year for fashion, entertainment, sports. But the second year is going to be revolutionary, because by this time we have built our brand. People will now start taking us serious. We have sold 1 million of this cloth and have about 400 or 40 something billion as business turnover in just 12 months. Because the way we want to give out this cloth to people to wear, we have it written. So in 1 year, after 1 year, people will start taking us serious, so that we will now design and bring down our development project where millions will be employed.
So that is the roadmap to creating 2 million jobs, not 200,000 or 2 million jobs in 24 months.
Jobs, yes. You see, the problem is not people, because we have people who are ready to work. The decision now is to find them what to do, and we have what to do. If you look around, there are a lot of things to do. There are a lot of things to do. Is how to create a system that gets people to do those things and bring returns.
You said crime is unattractive. Can you throw some light on that?
No, I said crime is very attractive.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So throw some light on that. Throw some light on that.
Yeah, I said crime is very attractive in Nigeria.
Okay, crime, according to you, crime is attractive because opportunities are unattractive. What's that logic there?
Now, if you look at the statistics last year, you see that 2.2 trillion was paid by Nigerians for ransom or kidnapping. That is more than the national defense budget. So tell me which other business. So now, if a young guy is a 14-year-old young boy is hoping that is aspiring that by his 18th birthday, he will celebrate with a very cool Mercedes-Benz. In Nigeria, what are the options? I tell you that 9 out of the 10 options available for him to achieve that dream of riding a Mercedes at 18 years, 9 out of 10 is criminal. It's illegitimate business means. It's only one that is left for him, which is very, very tight, difficult to succeed from. It is easier for a young boy who decides to enter Yahoo to come out tomorrow shining than the one who takes one serious job and struggling. So we did not give, the environment has not created a good atmosphere for creativity to flourish. So the young boys always speak crime. It is easy for them. When pressure come, they just fall for it. So today, crime is more attractive. Everywhere you look at it, even those in the market selling. If I tell you some stories where salespeople will convince you as a customer to sell fake to you, something they know it's fake. They present it to you. You come to the shop. It's not as if you put it on the road. You come to someone's shop who is selling, and he sold something very inferior to you in the name of original. So those are the kind of business we call legitimate here. So up and down, if you look at Nigeria very well, you see that there are too many financial crimes going on. So our job here now is to revise the case So that if a young boy of 14 years aims to buy a Mercedes-Benz by his 18th birthday, 9 out of 10 means will be legal ways. Is that he play football, or he play tennis, or he play chess, or whatever. There will be so many things to do. He can go to school and become a legend. So we are working. We will work with EFCC and everybody that is concerned to make crime unattractive. You see, I want to bring this here. There is this policeman, he's my friend, the PPRO of Lagos, Benjamin. He went to, he's a deputy superintendent of police. He went out for his leave recently. He went to UK and visited some places like Old Trafford and other. And he took picture. So when he posted this picture, people were asking, can you swear that your salary can fund that trip? So this is a DSP, Deputy Superintendent of Police, and the one with portfolio, he is a PPR of Lagos State Police Command. He traveled, and people were questioning that his salary. So you see that, and he was finding it difficult to answer. So there are mistakes. A police officer of that caliber should earn very well, so that if you want to travel, you can travel. And if you ask him if your salary is enough, he said yes. So as it is today, for people to meet up with this, they need to soil their hands one way or the other. That is the Nigeria we have of today. But we are going to make that stop. We will make people earn legitimately. We will make young boys playing football in Nigeria here, earning up to 10 million salary in this country.
Absolutely awesome, Mr. Modestus. Now, there are so many other questions that I want to ask you. And one of them is, why insist on a loan? Why not donations? Why not government grants, Modestus?
Yeah, thank you. You see, I'm a businessman, and I love responsibility. I love challenge, and I prefer to make this a business. Many people have advised me the name, the where we are going. It will be good as NGO, for fun. People, no. That is selling this project low. That is aiming for little. The business we are going is, the more we solve problem, the more we get money, the more we become rich, and the more we become rich, we'll do more. So we prefer loan that will give us the responsibility to do what we say we will do. A loan that EFCC will monitor, making sure that every 1 naira of it is accountable. So there's no misusing of the fund. So we prefer loan. We are not running charity, so we don't need any donation. We don't need anything. Good. Government grant can come, but at this point, what we need is a loan. We want to do something that can also change a nation. That can also encourage the young people to start also dreaming, to know that it is possible to dream in Nigeria again, and also to achieve it. You see, what I'm doing here is also motivation for the youth. I want to tell them that no matter how down you are, if you have a good idea, voice it out, you will have attention. So most Nigerians today have ideas. When they have idea, they go to steal. I want to tell you one story. When I wanted to start a restaurant, I didn't have money. My friend of that time advised me what to do. Instead of you to be struggling looking for money, how to raise money, create this thing, send some mails you will see audition before 2 months, 3 months. You would have gotten one Mugu that will do, So that is an advice. And many people are choosing that. So I didn't choose that, but it has not been easy for me. Sometimes you wonder if it was right for you to choose that. So I want to encourage young people to dream and pursue their dream without limit. That's why we need.
And do you think this will work in Nigeria of today?
It should work. Nigeria of today can also be a history. It's just because what you and I, whatever we choose to do now, is an option. Nigeria of today can be a history tomorrow. We cannot be saying that there was a time in Nigeria we are suffering like this. I've been in some countries where they say there was a time we suffer. So Nigeria of today can actually be a history if we choose.
Can private investors, Modestus, can private investors participate in the GUN project? If yes,
why not?
how?
Why not? Why not? This is a business. This is a business. They can participate. So anybody who is hearing what I'm saying now and see sense in it can always contact us, and we know how to move forward with that person. So each individual we see how we can work with them. So we will be licensing, like what we have here now. DTG is not necessarily going to have its own fashion manufacturing outfit at this point. We are going to partner with already established brands that will produce. We want it to be produced in Nigeria. We take it out. So we will need partners in designing, and we need partners in logistics. We need partners in marketing. We need partners every area. So very soon we'll also be giving out franchise and others. So it's a profit-driven piece, and it's open for business.
You call DTG a global peace export brand. What exactly does that mean?
You see, apart from oil and music that we are exporting now, Dagon is another product for export for Nigeria. There is no part of the world that does not need the message coming out from Dagon. We design messages according to the locality. Message that we know that every human being in that country will adopt. Something they will be very glad, proud to wear. So we are exporting not just fashion. We also intertwine Nigerian talent. We are going to, bring in talents through entertainment and sports, and export it under the Dagon project. We want to see Dagon partnering with Adidas, Nike.
How feasible is this, my dear brother?
It is. I have just shown you what we have for Ukraine. I don't want to expose everything we have here. I've just shown you one of the things that we have for Ukraine. It's the same way we have it anywhere, everywhere. So what we do, okay, for instance, let me show you this scenario. If we organize a peace concert at the O2 Arena with powerful musicians, and the ticket is that you wear Dagon merchandise, and we replicate that in every cities of the world. It is massive because we're talking about peace, and everybody needs peace. So we organize peace carnivals, peace.
Who is going to fund the peace carnivals?
Yes. Hello?
I said, who is going to fund the peace carnivals?
Now, it's a business. That's also why we want to be grounded. the funding will be done as a business. So we find partners in every country we want to run it, design a business with them. We're not saying it's not a peace carnival that you spend money and go. No, it's a business. Everything we are planning is a business. So the same way promoters invite artists at 02 or 02 and a field up or whatever. If you add emotion of peace, it will sell more.
Have you done any empirical research to support this notion that if you bring in a peace tag, it will sell more?
Yes, it has to sell more because we are humans. You know, I told you about getting a woman in Ukraine that lost a son, and they use this content to make our pitch. We get it from Russia, we get it from Palestine, we get it from Israel, we get it everywhere there is conflict. These are emotional stories that people will not ignore. There are already foundations, there are already organizations clamoring for peace, but they have never come from this direction. So we are the first to come from this direction. Nobody rejects peace message except the person causing the problem himself.
So, I want to ask my next question. How can influencers, celebrities, government officials, and even ordinary Nigerians take part in this project?
Chris, what you are doing now, you're already taking part in the project. You invited him in this interview. You're asking questions in the open. People are hearing. So you are participating. So we expect more people to show this interest, ask questions, and not doubt too much. There's nothing to doubt as much, because we have said that we are ready for EFCC scrutiny, meaning that the money will be safe. We are going to employ Nigerians. We are going to employ Nigerians. We are going to spend money in Nigeria to run whatever we are going to run. And I will not want to hire anybody that is blood related to me until I return back the money and the interest. To make sure that there is no element of, we're going to hire qualified Nigerians in the open. Young boys and girls. Charge them to sell millions of these across the world. It is not me. I'm not going to be the one to sell it. I'm the chief strategist. I bring the idea. I, engineer young boys and girls. Send them out with their talent, and they go out and tell the world about this powerful project. So the celebrities, the government officials, everybody. Now, most of the celebrities, like if you are complaining when you enter here today, somebody on your DM, it is poverty. It is poverty. That's what poverty is causing. So if we eradicate it, you will not be having all those nuisance you got on your DM. Nobody, no normal human being enjoy begging. But there are situations you will find yourself. You become a beggar. And if you're not going to be a beggar, you become a criminal. So which one is better? So the celebrities should join hands. Let's eradicate poverty, the kind of poverty we have in Nigeria. Unemployment that is causing crime and everywhere. Let's remove it on the street. That's a level Nigerians need to live. Every average Nigeria, there's a level we need to live now. It's not this level of, going to bed without food, waking up again without food, it's really dangerous for a society.
Let's talk about beyond the business. How do you think this project will help reduce crime like kidnapping, banditry, cultism, and other vices in Nigeria today?
Very simple. By removing unemployment, the oxygen of crime. If we remove unemployment, and when we say remove unemployment, we're not talking about employment. We are going to be paying people 70,000. 70,000 can hardly take care of any adult in any part of Nigeria today. So we are talking about meaningful employment that solve the problem of an individual. So when we do this effectively, crime will reduce. When we start creating opportunity for young people playing football in this country, earning 10 million naira, 20 million naira a month, they will stop negotiating for kidnapping. The recruiters will find it difficult to see who to recruit, because young boys, young girls will be busy pursuing their career. I had a lot of conversation when I was at Ikoyi prison. I spent 406 days at Ikoyi prison. And there you see criminals. You see people who committed different type of crimes. So I took my time to have conversation with most of these people. And you find out that none of them was actually born a criminal. And none of them was just too happy to be doing whatever they are doing. So today, if we implement this process that we are presenting here, millions of Nigerians youths will get employed, and crime will just reduce on its own.
All right. If you are in front of President Tinubu right now, what would you say to him?
I will say, my president, look at this crown. It is a legacy of peace. Wear it. There is no better way for our president to retire than to create millions of jobs for the youth. Promote unity in our society. If you do these two things, he will retire a happy man. And it is this I am presenting to him today. So I will say, Father, take this crown, wear it, it fits you.
Off the point, but do you think our president has done a good job so far? How would you rate our president, or should I say this administration, with regards to performance?
Well, like I said, I'm not a politician. I don't want to go into political debate. So, but I am seeing problems that need solution, and the government have not been able to solve those problems. And now there is a solution. So I am trying to help the government to solve those problems, which they are looking for solution. Because they are actually looking for solution. Let's take, for instance, former President Buhari is now at home. But when I look at him, I don't see him as a happy man. He should be a happy man. After all, he ruled Nigeria 2 times and retired, a general, and so he should be a happy man. But I don't see that happiness in his body language, because he is a man that campaigned for so many years to rule Nigeria. He didn't rule Nigeria. He didn't campaign to rule Nigeria to punish Nigerians. He probably had good intention, I believe. But the way he left Nigeria was not how he wished. So the same thing could also happen to our president today. If people do not come with solution, he is president, he is not God. He doesn't know everything, and he's not everywhere. Especially we that are very low to the ground. We are seeing better than him. So he should look at this project. Let's put it in motion to help move forward.
All right, that does make an awful lot of sense. So I want to ask you, Mr. Modestus, because I see you as somebody who's, I personally believe, to be enlightened, even though you claim not to be super educated. We cannot deny the fact that you are enlightened for you to even have thoughts like these cross your head. So do you think, by your own estimations, that this is something that would really fly in Nigeria today? By your own estimations, that's my question.
Yes. The only thing that will not make this work in Nigeria today is the kind of politics we play and the kind of sentiment we have. If we leave those things apart, we are talking about numbers. It should work. We have millions of young people not having jobs. We have problem of insecurity, where many of our youths have turned to bandits and terrorists. So where is it better? There's no place in the world today that this project is better than Nigeria. And that is where it is starting from. So if we reject it, I don't know why we are rejecting it. Is it that are we rejecting it because the money is too heavy for Nigeria to experiment with? Are we rejecting it that EFCC cannot monitor this money to see that nothing happened to it except what it is meant for? So I don't see any reason except politics to reject an idea like this.
Finally, for the youth listening to you this beautiful evening, Mr. Modestus, that youth that believes he's hopeless, that hopeless Nigerian youth listening to you speak today, what is your message in one sentence to that youth?
Drop your gun. Pick hope. You see, we understand the problem unless we want to pretend. Some of these youths, they didn't do anything to face the kind of war they are facing today. The only sin or crime they committed from birth is because they come to Nigerian parents. Some of the problems they are facing are problems society handle outside of this country. The youths are just like people without protection. So I tell them, for no reason should we choose crime as a way of survival. No matter whatever you're facing, try to be strong and think deeper.
No matter what you do, you should never choose crime. Now, I want to ask you, Mr. Modestus, is it okay if I bring people up to ask you a few questions?
I'm ready to answer any question. I'm ready to.
Okay, so if I bring you up, You have 1 minute to ask Mr. Modestus any question concerning the Drop the Gun project. So,
Good evening.
yes, good evening. We've got the great John in the building. John, like I said, 1 minute for everyone so that we can get more people to ask Mr. Modestus questions. Go ahead.
Mr. Modestus, good evening. Mr. Modestus, your initiative sounds good, but it's worrying. I'm asking, why do you need to write a letter to the president for such? If it is as juicy as you claim, why don't you approach commercial banks to fund it? It doesn't have anything to do with the president. You don't expect the president to use taxpayers' money. He will not use my taxpayer pay to fund this. Because it's my taxpayer. He will not use it to fund another man's business. What I expect you to do is to approach a commercial bank. If there's no bank in this world that you tell that you will make 300% return on investment in 1 year, that will not give you the funds. 300, it's more than 300%. Oh, what am I saying? So I don't know why we are. We're talking about like 3,000% return on investment. If you know it's that juicy, walk into GT Bank, walk into First Bank, walk into any bank. There will 2 billion is nothing to a bank, to a Nigerian commercial bank. Even one branch will give it to you. One branch will give it to you. The branch manager will give it to you. If it's that juicy, walk into the bank. Mr. President, do not use my tax to fund this. Because you cannot use my tax and fund another man's business.
But the business has, John, the business is based on a peace initiative, which is what the government is also trying to achieve, in my humble opinion. But the question is for Mr. Modestus.
Every business has a peace initiative. Every business has a peace initiative. Every business that is profitable within the Federal Republic of Nigeria has a peace initiative.
All right,
that will employ Nigerians.
Mr. John, can I come in?
Yes.
Thank you. You asked a question. I wish you would have allowed me to answer before you now conclude. I understand the point you're making, the taxpayers' money.
Yes.
Very, very important. But the taxpayers' money should be used to do what profit the nation.
Yes.
Whatever profit the nation can be encouraged to use the taxpayers' money. Now, you mentioned bank. If you know the bank that will take this country, if you know the bank that will give me the money, take me there. I'm coming. Excuse me, I'm coming. You see, I've been in business in Nigeria for a very long time. And I also have tried to get money from the bank. Even from the Development Bank of Nigeria, there is a fund they allocated to small-scale businesses. I applied for that fund. They say it needs collateral. Now, collateral is that you must have house, you must listen, I didn't have. So does it mean that anybody in Nigeria that doesn't have a house cannot think, cannot dream, cannot do business? That's what. I'm coming. I tried as much as possible to get a colleague. Someone brought his house to support that project. Still, they refused. They said, my name is not in the land.
Yes.
So now, what is now the hope of a common man? Because that is what we're talking about. The hope we're talking about here is at the point where average Nigerian youth choose crime. That's the point. Because when you try everything, normal that other people try in other countries, you have an idea, you talk to your fellow, you see angel investors, you go to bank, whatever, they fund it. But in Nigeria, Banks don't fund business until that business can start bringing money.
Okay. You just answered my question because you said the bank you used a bank will not give you a loan based on the collateral on another person's name, except if that person wants to. But I want to give you a very small example. In real estate, people have lands and sell a viable opportunity of development to clients, to JV partners. JV partners pull out as much as 5 billion and do the development because they see the viability in that business. They see the future in that business. They know that if they develop this property in Ikoyi, they would have the 100% return on investment in 1 year. Just 100% return on investment. If you look for joint venture partners in Nigeria and tell them that you have a business that will give them 2,000% return on investment, not 100%, 2,000% return on investment, they will give you 20 billion to make the money 1 trillion. What I'm telling you in essence is that banks will not give you the money. Maybe because they don't see the viability in your business. If you have a land and you want to develop a property now in Nigeria, no bank will reject them to giving you that money. They'll give you the money because they see the viability in it. They know that the real estate is a big market that is booming. They don't see the viability in the business. And because banks are people that will sit down. Banks will don't just pick up money and give you. They have a team that will sit down, analyze this thing you are saying. They will sit down, they'll bring in engineers, they'll bring in tech experts, they'll bring in fashion experts that will sit down and analyze every detail of what you're saying. And because they're a bank, they'll release the money in piecemeals for you and see and monitor the progress of your activities. Again, I said, the presidency has no business funding anybody's business. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, his primary objective and responsibility is protecting the territorial integrity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and providing an enabling environment for businesses to strive.
Good.
Not funding another man's business.
Now, listen. We are not saying...
Okay, thank you, John, for your question. Let me remove you so I can add another person. Modestus, please answer his question.
All right. So what I'm trying to say here now is we are not saying...
All right, John, God bless you.
Yeah. This is not... I'm not saying... we're not saying that it is compulsory the president's responsibility to fund businesses. This is a unique appeal because we have tried in Nigeria for a common man to have access. As he was saying, this person get, this person get. Can he call one common person that got 5 billion from any bank in Nigeria? No matter the idea you have. So it is at this point, and the reason why I wrote the letter to the president, copying the FCC, because it's at this point Nigerian youth end up into crime out of frustration. When you have idea that even beats the idea of Facebook of Zuckerberg, you bring it in Nigeria. When they look at you as a poor man, I wish this man is listening. Daddy, please, when we started, you asked me a question of why I went to prison. Now let me elaborate it a little more. I created an idea, a beautiful idea, of how to use students to fight hunger in Nigeria. I called Choma Ajunwa, the Olympic gold medalist, the first Olympic gold medalist, and then Deputy Commissioner of Police. I called her and pitched this business to her. Beautiful, she loved it. For the fact that this business has something to do to the poor. Because she have her own history, her story. So she supported this project. And we agreed, she released 1 million naira, and she was to release 6 million. And her personality for the project to work. Now, release 1 million naira, and we have to go to Owerri to see someone who will help to promote the project. Do you know that this project that Choma have briefed this person a little, and the person said it's good, let them come. That when I came, this person, when we introduced ourselves, he said, do you know why I sat where I was sitting? I said, no. He said he was monitoring us. He wanted to know the kind of vehicle we will come with. He said he doesn't do business with poor people. That he expected me to come with a convoy of Range Rovers. That I'm not wearing designers and I come to discuss business with him. One of the biggest embarrassment a human being can receive. That is the point where Nigerian youth choose crime. Frustration. You have a beautiful idea and somebody will not listen to you because you are poor. Somebody will not listen to you because you didn't carry Range Rover Jeep. Somebody did not listen to you because you are not wearing designers. So if that man is living in Nigeria or have experience, maybe his father, he has a father that they have a name, whatever. If he's that kind of person, I can understand. But if he's a common Nigerian, he won't be saying what you say. So the letter, I have a reason I address it to the president. Because here, we do not have the support system to think, to create, to try, to fail, to learn, and relearn. We don't have it. And that is dangerous for a society. So what we are trying to do, and what we will do, is that after this point, a common man can now dream. If we are able to succeed in this project, Nigerians will start dreaming. Nigerians from the remote part of this country will bring idea and get to the top. That is how a nation develops. Because you don't know who is who, don't know who is thinking. As I'm talking now, I know what I want to do. That young man that just left here now cannot think what I'm thinking. So we have to help Nigerians to think. So I want my letter to reach Mr. President. And it is going to set a precedence where Nigerians will now see leverage, will now see opportunity for their dreams to shine.
All right, we have somebody who just joined us. Ofure, go ahead, please. Ask Modestus your question. Huh?
I joined late, so I don't even know what the topic
Okay,
is.
okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay, my darling sister. God bless you.
All right, bye.
God bless you. So, anybody else? Anybody else? Modestus, you know, my issue is I find it, I'm not a businessman, I'm not an entrepreneur, I don't know how to sell anything. My wife is, maybe from her Igbo blood, and I see that you also are an entrepreneur. Bongoli, please ask your question. I like to bring you Wale and Bongoli before I continue. Or make your comments. Somebody is here begging for 6K. Brother, you've just received rapture prematurely. Nobody ever comes here to beg for money. Please don't ever come to this platform again.
I understand that, but then it's hot. It's hot in the nation. No.
You see, my problem is I personally don't believe in giving people money online. I just give boys on the street money.
It's not the best. It's not the best. It's not the best. You
All
can
right.
give people You can't pull people out of poverty by giving them.
Even if you are going to give them, I don't give them online because I just believe they are just clowns online looking for how to make a quick buck. I actually block them.
Yeah, the biggest challenge we have in this country, do you know what it is?
What?
Is that half of this population, when they wake up in the morning, the only thing bothering them is how to eat that day. Half of this population, when they wake up in the morning, is how do they eat. When the counterparts in China are thinking of how to go to the moon and listen.
All right, we have a question here because our time is far spent. We have my brother right here, Wale. Wale is a lawyer based in the United States of America. Go ahead with your question, Wale.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Mr. Modestus?
Thank you, Mr. Wale.
The idea, I mean, let me just say this. Why target global peace global solution? You've explained it, but I want to drive you to a point because there's a big disconnect between there. The idea is fantastic, don't get me wrong, as per business. But why target global? Is it to catch people's attention? Or why? Because it has nothing to do with global, peace or anything like that.
Yeah, it has to do with peace. Yeah, it has to do with peace. I don't know if you saw when I exhibited the design for the Russia and the Ukraine region. Did you see when I showed the design?
I saw it.
Okay, good. Are you also seeing my plot?
Yes, I can.
So, it has a lot about peace. It has a lot about love. Because what you have seen now is just our two designs. We have other designs that promote love, that promote peace, that promote culture, So we are bringing it into fashion. We are bringing peace into fashion. So we believe that if so many people are aligned to this brand, the consciousness of world peace will increase. Because today, even as bombs and missiles are falling in Ukraine and Russia, so many people do not even know. But when a lot of people are conscious, our word, our contribution, our comment also matters.
Okay. I definitely heard you, but I still have this. Okay, well, I don't want to, But secondly, you were talking about youths, crimes, and Nigerian situation is kind of unique. This is a fantastic business idea. It will fly, it would make some money to, extent of your funding. But how would this affect the lives of common man on the streets in Nigeria?
All right, thank you very much. This project is designed for the common man in Nigeria. It is designed for the common man in Nigeria. And they are going to be the champion of it. So we are going to be employing people and creating opportunity for the common Nigerians. I am here. I understand the problem. I know how to now energize these people, empower them. Not the stuff of, dashing young people keke or sewing machine or wheelbarrow. That is not the kind of thing we have come here to do. We want to find real solution. We want to empower the youths so that they can dream. That if a young Nigerian say, I want to buy a private jet, you will not be looking for where to steal or who to cut his head to go and do kidnapping. You will see opportunities, legal opportunities that will give him access to buying private jet.
Wale, have your questions
Yes,
been
sir.
addressed properly?
Yes, one more and the last one.
All right, and we
So,
end with you, Wale. Thank you very
okay, sir.
much.
Did mention in your when you and Daddy Freeze were talking about, can you, because I mean, like, I can hear everything you're saying. I'm convinced to an extent that you will make good business proposal. But I relate to Nigeria, and the government, I still cannot connect it. Though you still explained it now. But now, lastly, you said first year you are going to make available 500,000 jobs for the Nigerian unemployed youths, and the second year you're going to have more than 2 million jobs readily available from your first year. Can you please, I know you have your business secret which you don't want to share. Can you give me at least a synopsis on two of those, sports and entertainment? Something that will tell us that these jobs are readily there, but we don't see it. At least this will convince everybody that truly, really, this man knows, what he's talking about.
All right. It's not difficult. We have mentioned that in the first year, we will create a minimum of 5,000 jobs. 5,000, not 500,000.
Okay, 5,000. Okay.
5,000, yes. And we will do it, and we'll be able to sell a minimum of 1 million drop Dagon fashion merchandise. A minimum of 1 million. It could mean 1 million people buying it, or even 100,000 people buying 10. A kind of. But what we're saying is that in the first year, we'll be able to sell a minimum of 1 million drop Dagon fashion merchandise. And that will give us a business turnover of more than 40 billion. That is if we are using $30 per item. Now, if we, from this level we are today, and we achieve that goal, we are now stronger, bolder, more established to push further. You will see Ronaldo wearing this cloth. You will see Beckham wearing this cloth. You will see Anthony Joshua wearing this cloth. It is the...
How do you intend to achieve that, dear brother?
Good. It is by content creating. We are adding emotion to this cloth that will make you add their voice, add their identity to it. Because the world needs a kind of ice water to reduce tensions that are coming up everywhere. So we are going to use content to sell this product. And the Nigerian youths are good at it today.
Okay. I mean, what I expected was, okay, 5,000 jobs readily available. We're selling our t-shirts by empowering Nigerian youths to at least have a store here, there, turn over a profit, do this. I mean, that, because when you keep talking about buying and selling it, we can project it may sell or not. I mean, it may sell, it may not sell. But I mean, DF, that would be it for me. And I wish you all the best with this. Hopefully the president gets to, respond to you.
Thank you very much. You see, one thing I learned from Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, when he launched Apple, he said, in the world we are today, it's not good enough. It's not good enough to create a good product. If you create a good product, you also create a way to sell it. So today, why I'm sitting here talking comfortably is because I have created a good product, and I also have created a way to sell it. The only problem I have now is this capacity to start selling it. If I'm in America, I won't be writing to the president. I will be discussing with my fellow Americans because they are business people, and the people are there do not just come to rob people. So as I'm talking today, many Nigerians will be thinking that I have come to defraud them. I have come to, pack wood and rob. No. There is a product I have created. It is called DTG Fashion, and I know how to sell it.
Fantastic.
Okay, so Modestus, as we officially round off now, what are your parting words to your audience, to the people listening, to the people at home who are going to watch this later? What are your final words?
Now, my final word is Nigerians should look at what I'm wearing. The message, unity is the real oil. Take it seriously. We have past 60 years of independence, and most times we keep blaming the white, the people that ruled us, for keeping us where we are today. That is a misplaced priority. Our future, our destiny is in our hands. And the people who will be judging because of sentiment, where is it from, who is he, whatever, it shouldn't come up. What we'll be thinking about is the figure, the calculation. Is it achievable? To sell 1 million clothes in this world today, is it a miracle? Is it rocket science? No, it is not. So this message, this letter I wrote to the president will change this nation if it is acted upon. And it does not cost the country anything to give it a try. So what I ask everybody that is watching this now is to keep posting this letter, still talking about this letter until it gets to Mr. President. I want it to get to Mr. President. If we get to him, he will act upon it because he's a businessman and he also needs legacy. And I'm presenting him the legacy of Mandela. He will retire a great man. I am not a politician, I'm a businessman. And I have thought about this project, think about it so deep that I believe the president needs it. So everybody should help me, that please use your platform, your voice, take this letter to the president. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Modestus. You have heard the idea, Mr. President. It would be nice if you can look into Mr. Modestus' business plan. Thank you so much, Mr. Modestus, for joining us. Wally, thank you. John, thank you. Everyone, thank you for watching, and see you later at 12 midnight, where we continue the fun on this live. Wally Baba, blessings.
Bye.